Okay guys, hi! Welcome back to my channel Insightful Guidance. I'm Lily, and today I am going to go over the energy check-in for the Taurus full moon, Beaver full moon. So this lunation is all about well, the earth signs are about stability, comfort, safe, taking your time, slowing down. It's a fixed sign, so it's the time to bring us back into our bodies, our values. And so I'm going to dive in, but collectively the moon is illuminating, like, the full moons when it comes to um ahead of everything. It's about feeling protected, and we're moving into the colder part of the year. So Taurus is really about that warmth, and taking inventory on like your resources, your foundation, your relationships, your business, like everything that you've built. You kind of like you're taking foundation and inventory of it. So it's really important that you feel supported, and that it's also this energy from intensity to insight. So that's what we're experiencing now. Like all of this has come to such a boiling head, and we know that we have to find practices to keep us calm, grounded, and stable. And the Taurus fixed energy is all about that. So I'm gonna dive in with my first element. It's a good time to ask yourself questions like what do you really value? You know, who and what am I investing time into that makes me feel really safe? And like peace, and like those things are really valuable for people now more than ever. You know, but we have had a lot of oppositions in like planets and stuff. Now we're going into Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, so that's again reminding us to slow down, but still believe that all of this is empowering you to stay protected, to making better choices that align with more of a long-term goal rather than a short in the moment fix, or what you think is a fix. Right, so my earth signs. So my earth signs are my Taurus, my Virgos, and my Capricorns. And again, this full moon is all about you. Still a lot of healing, but still believing in the impossible, or believing that like something new could happen that's completely different from the past. This is a lot about like patience. Now you know what's working for you. I feel like both financially and emotionally, you guys have a better sense on like how you're rebuilding, who you're rebuilding with. There's more intention behind it. It's more clear. You don't have a lot of patience for things that are not very, I guess, I don't know, black and white. I get that. But the process, okay, so like making decisions in your transformation, in your rebuilding, how are you honoring your decisions? Like, are you doing it calmly from a healed place? Because I feel like you've done so much healing in the last I want to say 5 years came to mind really quickly. You know, where are you holding off on your magic now? My earth signs. Like, so much clarity has come upon you in your energy, and you've worked a lot on what you needed to release, what strained your energy. Like, you're building more with intention now. It's very, very, very strong. And so like, what's holding you back now? Like, from a new experience, where's your magic? Something tells me, oh well, that you came out King of Pentacles, that you might be holding off on your magic, or because, you know, I love these last three cards. Lots of earth energy here. Nine of Pentacles. The only thing I don't like in between is the Seven of Swords. But it could be like really letting go of the past. People who you are like, you know, this is a person that's leaving in the middle of the night and leaves two swords, right? Like that's kind of what the card represents, or the energy of it. And this could be because the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles rather, next to it tells me like you've gotten the wisdom and now you've left behind what you needed to. You have a lot of, I don't know, you got a lot of answers now. Things have become, 7 things could have become very clear to you in the last 5 months, you know. I don't know why I got that timeline like that, 5 and 7, but let's dig in a little bit deeper, because this is the energy of like from intense to insightful, and then now like how are you surrounding yourself with the new, and does it feel comforting? Is it like a ritual that you can get I don't know, some sort of soothing, you know? Is it your food? Is it your nutrition? Is it like your home? Is it making it different? Are you rebuilding, you know? Like the Hermit, you know, a lot of my earth signs are building something from a place of just being overwhelmed by how it was looking, and you guys just decide, I'm going to renovate, and you want and are comfortable with making space in the way that makes you feel good. And again, very comforting, you know, like just everything. Good food, good nutrition, good routine, good skincare routine. I feel like too, like I feel like some of my earth signs are just like, you know what, I'm gonna put on a mask tonight before I go to bed. So it just feels a lot like, you know, I'm gonna create my own emotional stability, you know, or just like consistency of your own magic is what I feel like. Now that you've gotten all this clarity, all this information that you had to leave in the middle of the night with all this wisdom to get to your own throne, this is your time. And, you know, that's exciting. And, you know, like, what are you ready to commit to that's new now? That now that that you're creating this comfort, you know, no matter the cost, you know, you've been through the overwhelm, the stress, the recovery, the healing, the body healing I get as well. One more question for my earth signs. Just one more. I don't know why I felt like I needed a little bit more info on my earth signs. I think it's more so just like, don't underestimate your power either. Like, I shuffled and got it again. Some of my earth signs are really ready to settle, get married, or you know, commit. So like, this is the commitment card, you know, to a new religion, a new course, education, going back to school maybe, or just coming from higher knowledge and through the experiences that you've just had, whether it be about your health or your mental or anything. It feels very committed to a whole new life about your insight, which is, now that I got all this information, I did all this healing, I cleaned up the house, or I renovated, or I changed my nutrition and nourished myself better. Now where's the magic? Where's that power lie now? Like, how do you stay grounded in this new you? Congratulations, enjoy. All right, that is my earth signs. I feel good about that energy. I'm gonna move on now next to my water signs. My water signs are my Cancers, my Scorpios, and my Pisceans. What is, again, they're in Scorpio. Happy birthday, my Scorpios out there. The most loyal, intense to insight. I know a lot of my water signs are really in their feelings about like extreme self-care. Like, they did a list of like what is a non-negotiable, and it has to do with nurturing the self, surrounding yourself with like comfort from like, I don't know, from the minute you wake up to the coffee you drink, the tea, whatever, to the moment you put your head to bed. The entire day had something to do with how you took care of yourself. I love that. I love that. I almost feel like My water signs did like a deep cleansing. They cleaned a lot of shit out of the house. They threw away old things, or they want to. You know, they feel like they're simplifying their surroundings, whether it be getting rid of, you know, what's in the kitchen or what's like in the office. I feel like offices like ready to also change, you know, downsize. Wow. My water signs are really getting to be more like pouring into their own cup big time. Sorry, I'm doing laundry. I pick the craziest times to do things, but you know, I have to, it's like, it's gotta be done. I have to do the full moon. This full moon feels nice. It feels better. Third eye, so like super psychic. Like I said this earlier, my Pisceans are on fire with the downloads that they're getting. I almost feel like, oh, it could be a little bit intense, my water signs, if you're not working with it well. Like really try to dive into it. It's an intense emotional time for a lot of people, and I feel like my Pisceans are picking up a lot of, you know, more than they need to like do cleanses, you know, like again, I got like clear out, like from the floors, water mopping out, like I don't know, clean and clear with a lot of water. What else for my water signs? A lot of endings. Yeah. So there could be a fire sign that there's a new beginning with, or you're gonna meet a fire sign. Like I feel fire here. There's a wall. There's not only do I feel it, but I see it. Temperance is Sagittarius fire sign, the Fool, new beginning, and the Lovers. So something here is giving me that my water signs are looking at the bigger picture when it comes to like, actually not the bigger picture. Take that back. Knowing that their lives could be expanded by understanding a flow, a balance, like keeping one foot in water, one foot on the earth, you know, balancing a lot of things, but enjoying it. Like there's the Lovers here. This is partnership. This is like a person who just gets the other person without saying so many words. It's just like, I'm on it. And it just flows, it just goes, and it's just like so fun and nice. And you guys can like get some business or develop something new. Ideas come into play that feel very like it could be very successful. So like water and fire here, and then there's the sacral. So it's just like listen to your creativity, allow it to come to fruition through your third eye. And always just like, I don't know, when you breathe, take deep breaths and just clear your third eye, you know, right in between your eyebrows. And when you feel that air, when you inhale and then you exhale, just like visualize a violet or indigo light or whatever light you see when you close your eyes. And as you exhale, just clear it and clear it, because I feel like, you know, I think a lot of us know we're get a little crazy here, or whatever, not crazy, but just what it is. We're not alone on this planet, and we've all been listening to, if we're not, well, here it is, the 3-eye atlas, you know, ships in the sky and in the ocean, and God knows all the things, right? So we have a huge amount of light codes hitting our earth right now. So no matter what you believe in, know that science and planetary shifts, the moon being a supermoon, so I think it's the closest to the earth in this year. So again, we're constantly having super full moons. There hasn't been that one, just it's a full moon. No, it's a super, because it's closer to the earth. And so we're picking up this energy, and we're understanding that we're not alone, and we have these interstellar 3, you know, little ships just bouncing around real fast, transiting through all the planets. Of course, it's affecting us humans. We are getting all of these downloads, and solar flares that absolutely affect the, electric magnetic energy of the earth. We are a part of all of it, you know, and it's fascinating. But my water signs, you guys are very deep that way. You understand how water element works. I think I've mentioned this before in my readings, because it's something that I know to be true. So, so much I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, is that, water element just creeps into all things, in the ocean, and into the rocks, into everything, and you guys have this ability to be so super intuitive, my water signs. Listen to it, go with that flow. Like, listen to the first instance, you protect it. This is that energy right now about being protected, and just manifest that into your life. You have here, are you ready to recognize, or to be recognized for all your efforts and achievements? I think a lot of my water signs are about to get recognition that have been very well deserved. So congratulations. Y'all made it through something incredible, and I feel that energy. And continued blessings. Like, this is a pretty big deal. So congratulations on your achievements, your efforts, and recognition for the hard work you've done to just keep it going authentically, no matter what has happened. Like, how many, you got the Lovers twice, so definitely some love energy and a lot of strength. Wow, these are beautiful cards. Okay, I'm gonna stop here, my water signs. If you want to book a personal reading. That was so exciting. I was like, my water signs have love coming in if they really let go of the past. And I think that they have. I think that's the reason why they're in this true self cup of love, nourishing yourself from the morning you wake, the moment you wake up in the morning till the moment you go to bed at night. There's a ritual here that you're just so excited about, that has everything to do with love for self. So congratulations again. All right, so we're gonna move on now to my air signs. My air signs are, I did earth, water, and now my fire signs. My Aries, my Leos, and my Sagittarius. Here we go. So my fire signs, this full moon, oh babies, oh, where am I? Slow down your pace, act with purpose, intention. This is happening, not impulsive and no, pero no. Those days are just balance spirituality with practicality. Step out of your comfort zone, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you are good enough. That's right. Work through your fears. So definitely, I definitely feel that with the fire signs, they are stepping up into their fear, or whatever it is that's been really that scared the shit out of them. They're working through it, right? But my fire signs are don't do it with this impulse to just let everybody have it, because it's not gonna work for the fire signs. It's just not gonna work. And that intensity has been there. It's been underlying. I feel like my fire signs have been through for the last 3 years, 3 to 5 years, some of us 10 years, such a ass whipping that is now's the time to be no mas, no more. And that's fine and all, right? You've gotten to a place where you're just I ain't taking this shit no more. We can do something about it. Wonderful. Be in that power all day long. But, turn that passion into a power that is sparked with love. Yep, I said it. And, patience, slow down, and just don't make, or try not to, I highly recommend that you don't make rash decisions. And that because this is a very intense time in the world, And I don't want to get serious. I want to keep it lighthearted because my fire signs deserve that lightheartedness. You know, like they deserve that. Let me give this girl a hug. Let me give her a hug. You know, so, you know, this energy is going to just encourage you to have more patience. Five of Swords. Yup. Fire signs have been through a struggle, power struggle, a lot of different struggles. I'm doing a collective, so I'm going to keep my energy out of this. But there is something that my fire signs are very clear that, you know, needs to be accomplished, will be accomplished. And it had to have come to that place where, ooh, okay, where we needed to put our foot down and be like, no mas, just the wrong, you're hitting up the wrong person. And they realized they deserve better. And so there's also a very big, because this is the Ace of Cups, right? So are you prepared to have a new beginning in love? And then the Two of Cups is the foundation of it. So my fire signs are also like ready to commit to something in love, but it cannot happen. It will not happen until they realize that anything and everything, the energy of the past, that is the Five of Swords, which was no love, they didn't show up for you, you know, just, you know, caused one trauma after another, like fire signs have been through it, and they work through it, and they still love and show up, and they still like hold on to the possibility that one day they're gonna get cleared and just be like, please reward this girl and this person. Yes, with a new chapter, because damn it, has this been my fire signs have been in a place where they're just like, how do I make this make sense? No matter what I say, I break it down in all these kinds of ways, and still people want to do and say and do things that just I'm keeping it general. I did write a article, a blog on my website, though I will say this, called the cost of narcissistic behavior with personal abuse and national decay. I think narcissism, or I know narcissistic behavior personalities are what have destroyed destroyed this entire world. And we are at this awakening, right? We are at this reset button. We are like in the awakening of collective that, you know, people are energies that nobody gives a fuck, you know? And it's just like, oh man, there's no moral compass, you know? And when you don't have that, you don't understand how you're hurting another community of people, how you're hurting the world. When you have zero moral compass, when you just don't have it, it's hard for the other person to not understand that. And it isn't until that person's been spun around enough times to realize, ooh, this just does not work, that they have to leave that ship in the past and handle moving on in a way that there's no expectation. There's nothing coming from that, because it's such a different mental thing. And so my fire signs have been through a really harsh awakening, but nevertheless, hi, hello, we've awakened, we are here. The big reset now, right? So again, with almost all of the elements, I love that these cups are here, but the King of Rods, the World card, new chapter, new beginning. You know, the mechanics of the world are turning differently, And we are at that place that, again, you know, what is it that is going to make us feel safe? Definitely slowing down, acting with purpose, acting with intention, you know, not reacting, but definitely take a beat, take a pause. You know, I'm also doing something with Pure Maven, which I love. I'm one of their master mavens, called micro breaks. And, you know, it's the thing that keeps me sane. It's just like, give yourself 5 minutes, Lily, and breathe, and, you know, go through the emotions, but then get focused and get it together, and or prepare and calm. You're like, your nervous system is everything, your energy is everything. And I think we're very clear on that now. And so congratulations, yay. The Four of Wands is a great card to have at the end. And of course, you know, there's love here. There's a healing, the Hierophant. This is a Taurus, Temperance, another Sag. This energy is good. Like, just know that whatever you're working on, my fire signs, or have been working on, you're gonna be good. You're always good. You always somehow land on your feet. And although these are completely terrifying and heartbreaking times, and it is a completely different way of thinking and innovating, and, you know, going with this revolution of breaking down this old crazy system that just doesn't work. It just doesn't. And it's so sad that, you know, everything has to break apart the way that it is in order for us to really get back to a new earth. So it goes back to, like, constantly asking yourself, like, are you living in fear? Are you living in love? Are you living in worry? Like, everything, all the moments, they all count. You know, I used to listen to Esther Hicks. I got to get back to that. Like, I too sometimes get, you know, I have to pull myself, you know, away from the media trap, fear trap, because it's not healthy. You know, everything that you absorb. Anyway, we're moving on to the air signs. My air signs are my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarius. So, whew, I went on a rant there. If you guys want a personal reading, please check out the link below. I'm still doing, I think, 45 minutes or 60-minute readings. Okay, so my air signs, my air signs is my mental. All right, I think this is still, like, there's this putting all of your ideas into form and having more fun with it, feeling, again, more safe. Some answers are coming. I feel like you're gonna get a lot of, like, people just gonna be, like, giving you information you didn't even expect. Like, it just, like, lands on your lap. You're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know I needed that information, but wow, this is great. And it's like a reminder to take, you know, a look at, like, really deeply and honestly, you know, how much your ideas that are forming are coming into play. Like, you know, I feel like you're having more fun with it. You're feeling more safe to have fun with it, which is nice. There's a bigger, you know, ooh, like, I love that. Triumph, balance. Wow, these are all major, you know, arcanas. These are, so you guys are going through some real transformations. When 3 cards are trump cards, they're like, you know, it's significant. You know, my, like, my pages are more like daily, you know, activities and how, like, but my trump cards are like big transformative stuff that's happening. Really understanding, like, I guess, my Libras, you know, the 11, you might be seeing that a lot. The balance and how much you're sacrificing, how much, you know, you're receiving. There's something about, like, my air signs that feel like they just need to chill, and for some reason other people are not understanding their chill. It's different. I don't know, like, the chill feels different. Like, my air sign is just like, I just need to chill, I just need a break, I just need to lay here. And the other energy is like, but that's rare, or like now again, or something. Like, it's weird. Like, maybe they're doing it more. I don't know. There's something here that feels like you're being questioned. All right, what else do we have? I just feel a lot of transformation energy. Same thing too, like I get maybe you've met a new group of people and you feel like you're switching up the vibe a little bit, and like, I don't know, like there's like more events, meeting more people. Oh, nice. Ooh, very nice. When my Geminis get together with a Sag, it's like they get a lot of work done. It's hilarious. The Lovers. So air and fire work really well together because the element, like, right, you just like, if you're chilling, but then all of a sudden it gets windy and that air comes in and like, woof, you know, spark shit up, then you're just ready, like, yeah, let's go, you know. And I love that about my air signs. There's definitely that feeling like, let's do an event, let's go out, let's meet up, let's do this, let's do that, let's almost to the point where like, just be cautious with how much it's gonna cost you. I just got like there's a lot of great opportunities, and it feels like you want to say yes to everything, but then it's just like, wait, let me also like prioritize financially what I really need to get done before everything goes into like just all this wellness stuff, all these meetings, all these things. Like, you got to wheel it in and be like, okay, maybe let me just do this one on my own. Maybe just meditate by myself. Maybe just go to the park, or maybe just do something smaller and not be such a big event or big thing, you know, or maybe just do, you know, 5 events instead of 20. I don't know, something like that. It's very but then I just get like having more fun with it, having more fun. Like, either somebody might be killing your vibe and you feel like you start, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I don't know if I could keep going with this energy. And then somebody else comes, and then it's interesting. But I do get that you do find a community, like, after all of that. So maybe you're just exploring right now, and that's the part where you're just like picking up, okay, this feels good, this doesn't. Whereas before, maybe you weren't doing as much, and now all of a sudden you're doing. Oh, I have my water here. Yes, I need to sip of water. It's talking too much. There's a lot going on, and you really just want to balance how much energy you want to give to the people around you and the new that you're developing, because you're definitely creating a new community of people that feel really good. And so you might see yourself getting carried away, and then you have to kind of wheel yourself into saying, okay, I have to schedule these things, and these are the priority people, you know, that have the front row, so I got to make space and schedule that. But then I also want to do this. So it feels very much like, after a long period of time of maybe being a hermit or just like not doing as much, now there's a bunch of stuff to do, and it's just like, how do we balance it all? But again, this earth energy is definitely gonna help you. And then we have that retrograde in Mercury Sagittarius, so that's also gonna help you stay more in the insightfulness in the self, rather than, you know, the intensity of having to entertain all of this. You know what I mean? It's gonna be good for you, that you're gonna get that, oh, let me ground myself, let me, you know, not do 3, let's just do 2 or 1.5, something like that. But you're still having fun with it. Yeah, you're creating what situation in your life is bringing you stability, the stability that you seek. So in whatever it is that you're exploring, and that you're like, oh, this is love, oh my god, this is so amazing, I love this. Guys, this is a very cool, magical time. November is a good month for my air signs. It feels really yummy. It feels like you found your peoples, your community, like you feel safe. You know, like this is the element that feels like they came across as feeling more safe or have found it or like tapping more into it after exploring different situations. They're like, oh no, this feels nice. This is what I'm seeking. This is where what I love is loving me back. You know what I mean? Like, I think where you were exploring before, you weren't really feeling it like that. And here, you getting that love that's like, oh, this feels good. Okay. And it's different. I don't know, it's just maybe calmer. It's not, doesn't come with drama. And so maybe that's why you couldn't identify. You're just like, what is this? Why is this so nice? Is this real? You know? So, wow, this is great. All right, I love this. Again, I am taking personal readings. You can book in the link below, and I'm gonna be back. I am gonna be doing more stuff. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, my hair was done by my little girl Ava, and my makeup. She hooks me up. Bye. See you in the next one.